So your first one had to do with whether or not I quantify the current situation relative to previous assessment of the situation. And I will say that I will characterize it as follows. We are in the presence of a negative demand shock, no question about that. But this is not in and of itself, because we can anticipate, and let me be clear on that. When I say we are in the presence of a negative demand shock, some of the tariffs are already in place. And from an approximately 3% average tariff, we are now in the presence of a 13, I'm not giving you the decimal, but roughly it went from 3-ish to 13% in terms of custom duties on average on goods, not goods and services. So that's what we face now. But we also have the prospect of something that could be far more impactful, number one. Number two, there is a series of potential responses on the part of the Commission. We know one or two or three of them, depending on the tactic that is adopted. I think the most obvious one, which has been commented and actually put on the table, is the 0 for 0 tariff offer that has been made. So that's number one. Number two, there will likely be, and that really falls in the category of our risk assessment, there will be some redirection, rerouting of goods that will be supplied by markets that are subject to much higher tariffs, even as we speak now, and possibly other destinations from which those goods could be rerouted to Europe. And third, there are other policies that are also in play and being discussed, including in particular in Germany. So fiscal policies that would see significant investments, significant fiscal impulse that would be given. So you have a combination of either policies, threats of policies, of different categories that will obviously have an impact on the situation. Added to which, and you alluded to it, and we actually refer it in the risk statement, there is the appreciation of the euro, which we mentioned specifically in the monetary policy statement, and there has been a significant decline of the price of commodities and particularly price of energy. So you have to combine all that, anticipate that there will be development which will lead me to not actually give you a specific quantification of the impact. Suffice to say that there will be a negative impact on growth, possibly. And as I said, the impact on inflation and the net impact on inflation is less than clear at this point in time. So there is so much ongoing that some of which will probably settle a bit by our June meeting. But given that the 90 days will only elapse around the 9th of July and then the 14th of July, Bastille Day, we will know more on that front. And on the fiscal front, clearly the incoming of new governments in various countries, including in Germany, will also take us to a more clarification on exactly where the situation will evolve. But we will, as I said earlier, there is no better time to be data dependent. There's no better time to rely on